Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. It's been some time since I shared thali recipe with you guys, but today is the perfect day because we are celebrating Raj's success. Now, as most of you know, Raj was taking university class, and the class that he was taking, it is very high credited class, but he passed that class with the A plus grade, so we all are so proud of him. And of course, celebration to banta hi hai. But today is a working day, so I thought why not make whatever he wants at home. So today thali will be special and unique. Unique in a way that I'm making North Indian dishes. And the dessert that I'm making is the combination of the Bengali and the American. And I, Gujarati, making all that food. So it is gonna be unique. So I'm making dal makhani malai kofta. Now these two things, it's staple in my house. Whenever there is a celebration, whenever something special, I always make those two because both of my boys and husband, they love that combination. So of course I will be making that. And for the dessert, as I mentioned, that it will be combination of the Bengali and American, is that I'm making Rasmalai Cupcake. Yes, Rasmalai Cupcake. So we're gonna go in the kitchen, start first making dal makhani because I usually make the dal makhani in slow cooker. So it will take about 6 hours, but that is the first thing I start making it so that I don't have to worry about it. And the next we'll go ahead and make the cupcake because we need to wait until cupcake cool down completely so we can stuff it with the rasmalai and just wait until you see this, guys. Because I tried this recipe few weeks back. I was randomly just trying something new and I was like, let me see how that combination is gonna be, but it came out so perfect. So today is the perfect day for me to share this with you guys. So let's go in the kitchen and let's get started. So first of all, I'm gonna start making dal makhani. So here in a pan I do have some ghee heating up. Into that I'm gonna add some chopped onion. I'm gonna let this saute for about 5 minutes. Once the onion is translucent, I'm gonna add shredded ginger as well as the chopped garlic. And I'm gonna let this cook for about a minute or so. Next, I'm gonna add chopped tomato. And I'm gonna let this cook for the next 5 minutes. So now as you can see, there is no moisture left. So at this point, I'm gonna add all the dry masalas. So first, dhania jeera powder, haldi powder, and red chili powder. I'm gonna add just a little bit water so that way all this masala doesn't burn. So I'm gonna make this dal in a slow cooker. So here I have whole urad. I soak it in the warm water for about 15 minutes. Since I'm making this dal in slow cooker, I don't need to pressure cook this dal first. But if you are making on stove top, then of course you do want to soak this dal for about 8 hours and then pressure cook it. So I do have about half a cup dal and I'm gonna add about 3 cups of water. And next I'm gonna add the gravy that we prepared. Adding salt to taste. So there is about 40 minutes left for the dal makhani, and I forgot to show you when I start, but this slow cooker has anywhere from 30 minutes to 20 hours setting. So I usually put the dal makhani for 6 hours, and as you can see there is a low high and it can keep the things warm. So I usually put it on the low so it goes for 6 hours. So here as you can see 40 minutes left. So at this point now I'm gonna add garam masala as well as the kasuri methi, and I'm just gonna go ahead and mix all that first. I'm gonna add some heavy cream in here and now let this finish for next 40 minutes. So here I'm getting stuffing ready for the kofta. So here I have boiled potato and the paneer. So the ratio between both of this should be half and half, and I shred the paneer. Also add some regular masala, so haldi powder, just a little bit dhania jeera powder, pinch of hing as well as the red chili powder. Here I have some green chilies. Some people do add raisin in here. We are not big fan of it, so I'm not adding it. And some people do make this kofta out of mixed vegetables. The reason I don't do that is because if there is any moisture left in the vegetables, then you can't form proper ball. It just gets so messy, so I keep it simple. But believe me guys, because of paneer, it's gonna taste so good. It comes out very spongy and soft. And whenever someone comes to my house very first time, or if there is anyone's birthday, I always make this sabji. And I don't even remember how many times I have made this sabji using this recipe. And I do have the separate video where I show you like step by step, so I'm gonna link that video down below in the description box. But I'm gonna add just salt in here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make first the ball out of it, and I'll show you the next step. So here our koftas are ready, and in this plate I have a cornstarch. So I'm gonna roll one of the kofta in here, and then I'll go ahead and deep fry it. So the reason I'm using the cornstarch is because if there is any moisture left, it will take care of that. And also it will work as a binding agent, so our kofta will fry properly. And you do want to keep the oil on a medium flame. So koftas are done, and now I'm gonna go ahead and make the gravy. So here in the pan I do have ghee. Once the ghee is hot enough, I'm gonna add chopped onion. I'm gonna add the salt so that way onion cook faster, and I'm gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes. So now as you can see, onion is brown. At this point I'm gonna add some chopped garlic as well as the ginger. Also adding some cashews. I'm going to let this cook for about a minute or so. And now I'm gonna add chopped tomato and let this cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. So now as you can see, this mixture has been cooked properly. I'm gonna add all the dry spices. So red chili powder, haldi powder, and dhania jeera powder. Also adding just a little bit water. I'm gonna let this mixture cool down completely, and then I'll go ahead and blend it. Into the same pan I'm gonna add this gravy, and as you see I don't add any ghee or oil because there is already ghee in there, so we don't need to add any more. Next I'm gonna add some heavy cream in here and let this cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. When you do this, you do want to make sure that temperature is on low to medium. So here as you can see, gravy is boiling. At last I'm just gonna add some kasuri methi and some garam masala. And now I'm gonna add this kofta in here, cover this and let that simmer for about 10 minutes. So for the Rasmalai Cupcake, you do want to use the white cake mix. So here I'm using this Pillsbury one, and I'm just gonna cook this according to the package. So as you can see, I got 12 cupcake here. It's gonna go in the oven on 350 degree for about 20 minutes. Here our cupcakes are done. They came out perfect and they smell so good. I'm using this Martha Stewart cupcake pan in case if you guys are wondering, and don't worry about this brown, that's how it's supposed to be. And anyways, we're gonna have the frosting on top, so of course it's gonna taste so good. So once the cupcake cooled down completely, what we're gonna do is make a hole like this. So as you can see in this 3 cupcake, I made a hole in the middle. So I'll show you exactly how to do it. So you do wanna, you can make this with either small cookie cutter or just with the help of knife, you can do it. You wanna go gently and cut it like this in the middle. So that's how you want to make a hole. As you can see, it is perfect. And now we're gonna stuff it with the rasmalai. So here I took store-bought rasmalai and I'm using this nanak one. If you haven't tried this, I would highly recommend that you try this rasmalai. They are so good. So what I did is I separate the milk out of this, and now I'm gonna take 1 of this rasmalai and just make a piece out of it. And then I'm gonna stuff it inside this cupcake. For the cupcake frosting, I'm using this store-bought whipped cream frosting. Now you can make this whipped cream at home, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. And to flavor this, I soak saffron thread in warm water for about 5 minutes. You can also add some cardamom, but we are not big fan of that, so I'm not gonna add that. So here I transferred the frosting into this bag and do have the star tip. As you can see, I did one here. And actually what you want to do is once you transfer the frosting into this bag, if you feel like it's too runny, you can just put it in the freezer for about 5 minutes and then you can frost it properly. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So for always I start in the middle and then just go around like this. So I'm gonna garnish this cupcake with some chopped pistachio. Also adding some sliced almond. Also adding few threads of saffron on top. Doesn't look that so tempting? Of course you can make cupcake from scratch, you can make the rasmalai from scratch, but when all this option is available out there, why not use it, right? So definitely give this recipe a try, guys, because it came out so perfect. And especially when you dig into the cupcake, when you have that rasmalai, it's like, oh, what is that, you know? So combination of both of this, it's perfect, and I'm sure once you guys try it, you will love it. So here our North Indian thali is all done. I have a naan here, rice, pickled onion, papad, malai kofta came out so perfect, dal makhani, and of course our dessert rasmalai cupcake. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.